What's going on, Shady people? ShadyPenguinn here, bringing you another live Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle against a follower on Twitter. Mikhail, his in-game name is Black. I'll just be calling him Black from here on out. Before we get started, if you can, please leave a like rating on this video. If you don't like this video, at the end of the video, you can unlike it. But for now, if I reach 180 likes on this video and my previous video, I keep 2 uploads a day coming your way. That is what I say. Now today, I'm going to go over my team real quick. I'm bringing the same team as my last video today. Mamoswine, Breloom, Blastoise, Trevenant, Tyranitar, and my Scrafty. Because I didn't get to use Blastoise last time, and that made me a little sad. So I want to try to get to use my Blastoise this time. So let's see what my opponent's going to bring. I have my phone next to me right now. Oh, Drapion. I hate Drapion so much. I really do hate Drapion. I can't... Oh, I just hit the mic. I can't stand Drapion at all. But you guys know my team. Mamoswine, Breloom, Blastoise, Trevenant, Tyranitar, and Scrafty. So before we get started, make sure you place your bets in the comment section down below, letting me know who you think is going to do the most work. And then at the end of the video, you can see if you bet right or not. That's what I like to do now. It's kind of cool interaction. I do read all the comments and I see who bets on who. So it is a lot of fun. Looking at his team, I want to say my Mamoswine for that Flygon. I got to get rid of that Charizard. Kind of thinking he's probably going to open with that Charizard, actually, or Rotom. I think I'm going to open up with my Breloom because everything on his team gets put to sleep. It looks like he doesn't have anything that's immune to Spore. No Grass-type Pokemon, because in this generation, Grass-type Pokemon are immune to Spore. So it doesn't look like he has any, so I'm going to open up with Breloom and just get a Spore off. I'm hoping he leads with his Charizard. As silly as that sounds, now that I'm saying it twice, I hope he doesn't lead with his Charizard. I hope he leads with Drapion, but I'm actually going to, right now, because Drapion is such a worrisome wart, I'm just going to type in, on my computer, Drapion, so I know what he's got. My Breloom is going out first. He's actually opening with Drapion, and I'm faster, so I can put him to sleep, which is a huge relief. Huge relief. I hate Drapion so much. The only thing it's weak to is ground. And, yeah, so we're just going to go to try to put it to sleep right now. Because we can put it to sleep. We can get a Swords Dance off. Let's just hope his Drapion doesn't have a Lumberry right now. Because that would also suck very much. He's going to stay fast asleep. No Lumberry, probably has the Black Sludge. So even though I can't do anything to this thing, I'm not going to set up on it. But I am going to go into my... I didn't put Earthquake on my T-Tar for whatever reason. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I kind of want to go into Mamoswine. Kind of feeling it. Decisions. He doesn't resist fighting, so I could go into Scrafty and set up a Dragon Dance. I think this thing normally carries Whirlwind, though, so I really can't set up on it much. I think I just want to try to get super effective damage off on it, if that's the case. Let me just go into my Mamoswine and say, screw it, let's go for an Earthquake. But he has 1, 2, 3 things that are immune to Earthquake. He's got his Charizard, he's got his Rotom, and he's got his Flygon. So I predict him to go into Rotom. So on that prediction, I'm actually going to go into, trying to think. I'm going to go into Trevenant. Predicting the Rotom. Oh, but I'm switching up first, so hopefully he does go into Rotom. Otherwise, I could have just killed this Drapion, no problem. I'm over-predicting way early on. Unbelievable. I'm very upset with myself right now. I'm just going to go for the Leech Seed. Forget it. Let's just seed this thing. I could have killed this Drapion with an Earthquake. Oh, all right. No more over-predictions, Jonathan. No more over-predictions, Shady. Come on, Shady. Let's see what he's going to do now. Now he's waking up, and he's going to go for the Cross Poison. Luckily, I resist that, or it does neutral damage, I should say. So I am going to get a Leech Seed off, which is fine by me. I kind of want to burn this thing, but he might go into his Charizard predicting my burn. Once again, just all these stupid little predicting things. I think I'm actually just going to go for the double Leech Seed. Even if his Charizard comes in, I think I'd rather just go for the double Leech Seed. Oh no, I clicked Will-O-Wisp. Okay, good. Thankfully, he stayed in. Oh my goodness. I have to slow down, man. That's the first rule Pokemon battle. Probably not the first, but it's like the 4th. Slow down. Take your time. Click your moves. Don't misclick. But luckily, that did pay off in the long run. I mean, does have the Toxic Spikes up, so that kind of sucks. I'm trying to think who I can go into. I don't have anything that can eat up Toxic Spikes. Not one Pokemon can eat up Toxic Spikes. But he is lead seeded. He is burnt. And I almost want to go into my T-Tar now, because it doesn't look like he's going to have the Whirlwind. So I either want to go into T-Tar. Yeah, I kind of want to go into T-Tar. I'm feeling T-Tar. I'm going into T-Tar. I'm going to say forget it. I mean, he might switch out too. That's a very strong possibility, but hopefully he switches into his Charizard, which would be fan-freaking-tastic if he does. He's going to withdraw. Come on, Charizard. Come on, show me the Charizard. Nope, he goes into Scrafty, so that really sucks. That really, 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 really sucks. Shoot. This is a shiny Tyranitar, but nothing matters now. I'm poisoned. I'm going to get the Sandstream up. Scrafty switching. What the heck, man? Can't read this guy even if he was a book. Let me see what I can do to this Scrafty. Can I do anything with this Tyranitar? I don't think so. He resists my Crunch. Could go for a Stone Edge. I could definitely go for a Stone Edge. It's a possibility. I mean, he resists it though. He resists everything. And there's no point in me setting up a Dragon Dance. He's either going for a fighting move or he's going to set up a D-Dance. I have to go back into Trevenant, unfortunately. That's what this has come to. Or I can go into my Breloom, hoping he does set up a D-Dance, and then go for a Mach Punch. But I don't even think a Mach Punch will take him out. I'm going to go back into Trevenant, hoping he goes for a Power Punch. I haven't seen Power Punch on Scrafty yet. I don't think it's a completely ludicrous idea whatsoever. And I'm hoping that's what he goes for right now, but he's probably going to go for a D-Dance or a Bulk Up even. But let's see. He just doesn't... He withdraws. Oh my goodness, what is going on right now? There's too much going on. He goes into Flygon. So I don't know what set this Flygon's going to be, but I don't think I want to stay in on it because Flygons usually carry... They usually carry things. I kind of want to go into T-Tar, but he switched his Flygon in on my T-Tar, probably predicting an Earthquake. I can't read this guy at all. Holy crap. How about... I kind of want to burn this thing. I don't know. I'm going to burn this thing because they're usually physical, usually go for some Earthquakes. He's going to go for a U-turn. That sucks. I really wish I would have went for Elite Seed now. But it is physical. It's probably banded. I mean, that damage wasn't too much. Maybe it's not. That damage wasn't too bad. So maybe it's not banded. I know Flygon's semi-strong, but it will go down to 1 Ice Shard. So he was probably trying to, yep, and he goes into Drapion, which was the right play to do for sure. No doubt about it. Definitely the correct play. I kind of want to rest up here, but I think I'd rather just get the Will-O-Wisp off. I mean, not the Will-O-Wisp, I'm sorry. I'd rather just get the Leech Seed off, because I'm going to be recovering that way, and he's going to be taking Burn and Sandstorm damage right now, and if I can get Leech Seed on there as well, that is 3 residual damages, even though Sandstorm only has 3 more turns left, I believe. So he's going to go for a Cross Poison again. That's going to do less than half of what I have left. It's only going to do about, like 31 or 29 damage, I think 29. So I do hit my second Leech Seed, so that's a good time, although it would have been a lot better if I had gone for the Leech Seed instead of the Will-O-Wisp. But it is what it is. You can't go back now. I kind of want to go for the rest right now because it seems like a pretty perfect time, whether he switches in or whether he stays in and goes for another Cross Poison, which I don't think he'll stay in. I'm surprised he doesn't have a Dark-type move. Isn't Drapion part Dark? But, I mean, I guess you only have 4 move slots, so it is what it is. I'm going to go for a rest. Hoping that he stays in. I don't think he's going to stay in. I think he's going to switch out again into Flygon, or into Scrafty rather. But if he does switch into Scrafty, I'm okay with that because I do want to burn that thing really bad. He's going into Scrafty, so I'm sure he's going to go for a Crunch, but I do have physical investment on my side, so I do think that I can live a Crunch from a Scrafty. I could be completely wrong, and I could regret this, I'm sure, but I'm gonna take a risk. And the Sandstorm does subside, so I'm at full health. I am going to take a risk, and I'm going to go for a Will-O-Wisp. I am. And I'm going to see... He goes for a Dragon Dance. All right, that's fine. That's perfect. He didn't even go for a Crunch right away. He went for a Dragon Dance. Hopefully, please, just Trevenant, hit this Will-O-Wisp. Come on, Trevenant. You know I love you. Yes! All right, so that's why Trevenant is my staple, because it's so good. It gets the burn. If you guys want to know my set, I'll be making a video about it soon. Actually, leave a comment down below right now if you want me to make a video going over my Trevenant EV spread and its moveset and everything. But my moves aren't a secret. They're Leech Seed, Will-O-Wisp, Horn Leech, and Rest. I'm actually going to go for a Leech Seed right now because he's burnt. He pretty much has to go for another D-Dance. Oh, he has Fire Punch. Okay. But because that's not Stab and it's not burn, he's burned, that's not going to do a lot at all. He's going to realize that, and he's probably going to switch out after this, but I'm going to go for a Horn Leech anyway. Some people, once they get one move set up, like a Dragon Dance, they want to stay in no matter what. That's a very bad habit to get into if you're watching and you're trying to learn more about competitive playing. Sometimes you have to bite the bullet and realize that, you know what, it didn't pay off. It didn't pay off at all. I guess he doesn't carry Crunch, because Crunch would be really good for him right now because it's stab and super effective, whereas Fire Punch is just super effective. So he's going to withdraw. What did I just click? I think I went for Horn Leech. He's probably going to go into Drapion. He sends out Charizard. All right, that's a good play. That's a good play. I can't even get upset about that. This is going to do absolutely nothing to this Charizard. All right, so there's Charizard. If it's Charizard Y and I switch into my Tyranitar, I'll be in really big trouble, honestly. Or my Blastoise. Oh my goodness, I'm in a bad spot right now. I really don't have a safe switch in. Although Blastoise is probably my safest switch in, it's not a safe switch in whatsoever. I kind of want to try. I wonder if he's going to predict. I'm going to try to get a Leech Seed off. He very well might kill me right here. It's a Charizard Y, so he's going to get the Drought up. If he goes for a Fire type move, I'm dead. If he went for an Air Slash, I might live. And if he goes for a Solar Beam predicting me, which I don't think he'd go for a Solar Beam now that I'm thinking about it retrospect. Oh, that sucks. All right, so you know what? I think I'm going down here to a Fire Blast. Yes, I am definitely going down to a Fire Blast. That is for darn sure. So that was a bad play on my part. It was just an over-prediction. I'm not going to call it a misplay, but it was an over-prediction. Did not pay off. Charizard Y is a real threat. I'm going to go into T-Tar now to get rid of the Sun. That way, Solar Beam doesn't happen and nothing really happens. And what's good about this is that I'm going to be able to set up a Dragon Dance right now, because he's either going to, I mean, he can stay in and go for something, but nothing's really going to do much to me. He could go for a Solar Beam, but he's going to have to charge it up for one turn, and that's pathetic because I might go for a Stone Edge for all he knows. So he's going to be forced to switch out, probably into Scrafty. I'm going for a Dragon Dance, though, so I will outspeed anything. He goes into Drapion. Okay, that's a good switch. That's a good switch. But he's going to take Burn and Sandstorm damage. So I'm pretty sure that T-Tar is going to put in some serious work. If you placed your bet on T-Tar, you are looking like you're going to have a pretty hefty return. He's going to recover with the Black Sludge, but he's going to take burn damage right now after I take my toxic damage. And you notice how I took my toxic damage before his burn. That's how you know that I'm without a doubt faster. So here, after the D-Dance, I'm pretty sure I can just go for a Crunch and it'll still kill, which is what I'm going to do. I don't want to risk the Stone Edge miss, because this should definitely still kill. If it doesn't, I'm going to really cry. Oh, wow, that HP went down so slow. All right. But I was right, it did kill, and down goes his Drapion. So I think that's the first KO of the game. Oh no, Trevenant, of course. My Trevenant went down. That was the first KO of this game. But I wonder who he's going to go into now. I mean, I'm at +1/+1. He could go into Rotom or Azumarill. Those would be two good choices. Even Flygon, pretty much anything but Charizard, I guess. There was really no need for me to set up that D-Dance. I should have just went for an attacking move right away. But he is going to bring in Azumarill. I'm pretty confident that I can live... that I can live an Aqua Jet, but it's banded probably. Now I'm gonna switch into my I think I'm gonna switch into my Breloom, hoping that he Aqua Jets. So let's do that. Let's predict the Aqua Jet and go into Breloom. Hopefully he does not go for the play rough, because then I'll be in a very bad spot, like very, very, very bad. I am gonna get poisoned, and unfortunately I have Technician and not Poison Heal. He goes for Waterfall. So he didn't even go for Aqua Jet, so I could have gotten some hefty damage off this thing, but I would have died from a Waterfall. So what's good here is that I don't have to go for a Spore right now. He didn't lose any damage. Oh, I kind of do have to go for a Spore because of Poison. Oh, man, so I'm not even going to get much chance to set up. Wow, this stinks. Yeah, I'm going to go for a Spore here. He's going to withdraw. Oh, no, is Drapion still alive? No, Drapion's not alive. Scrafty's burned, though, isn't it? Oh, man, that stinks. That stinks so much. That was such a good play on his part, and it was a stupid play on me for forgetting that Scrafty's burnt. Man, all right. Well, the only good thing is that I can go for a Mach Punch and take him out. Unless he goes for a double switch and completely outplays me, which is possible at this point. But if I had gone for a Swords Dance, this Sandstorm and the Poison is really taking its toll. Let's go for a Mach Punch. He's probably going to switch out, especially since I've already clicked my move and he's not, he hasn't decided yet. He's probably just deciding which Pokemon to switch into. No, all right, good. He stayed in with Scrafty, so Scrafty's going to go down to a Technician Mach Punch. It's super effective, so that is great. That's another Pokemon down on his side, but Breloom is just about dead now. Luckily, the Sandstorm subsides, so I am going to live one more turn just to get something off. Nothing crazy, but I'll get one thing off. He's going to go into a Azumarill, probably go for an Aqua Jet, which is fine. I'm going to have to let Brando go down, my Breloom. It's not going to do much this game. He goes into a Azumarill like I thought. Mach Punch isn't going to do anything. In fact, yeah, but he's going to go for... I could save this thing. For whatever reason, I could save it. Who knows? It could come in handy. I'm going to go into Blastoise because he's going to go for Aqua Jet, I'm sure. He has to go for Aqua Jet. So let's save my Breloom. He doesn't have anything to set up any entry hazards besides the Toxic Spikes that are already up. So in comes my shiny Blastoise. I finally get to show it off. I am going to get poisoned, which sucks. But he does go for the Aqua Jet, so that's going to do relatively nothing, even if he is banded. Oh, wow, it does 35. All right, that's a crit. That's why. I was going to say, that did way too much. Did way too much for me resisting. I am going to get to Mega Evolve, so that's cool. But now I have to predict who he's going to switch into. He could switch into Charizard just to bring out the drought. He's probably going to switch into Rotom. So I guess I'm just going to go for the Dark Pulse, predicting the Rotom. Let's hope that pays off. He's going to withdraw. I love Blastoise's green shell so much. So the green shell... Oh, God. Wow. He goes into Charizard. Oh, my gosh. I wish... Even with the drought, I wish I went for a Water Pulse. I really do. I am going to Mega Evolve, so this is going to be a standoff. Oh, my goodness. Oh, I love it. This is the first time I'm seeing it. I love it. I love the green. The green looks so good on his back. So we're going for a Dark Pulse here. It will get boosted, and it'll do a decent amount. Oh, it's a crit! Wow, no wonder why. I was going to say, that did a lot more than a decent amount, in my opinion. And now, right now, I wish I still carried the Aqua Jet, but I don't. So let's switch out into Tyranitar to get the Sandstorm up. And to get rid of that nasty Sun, because he's probably... he's going to go for Solar Beam. I hope he goes for Solar Beam, because that would be perfect. Because now I'm getting rid of the Sun, and the Solar Beam won't go off first turn. He'll have to soak in some sunlight. Which there won't even be any sunlight. Come on now, there won't even be sunlight. The Sandstorm is here. So he goes for the Solar Beam, which is perfect. Because now I can go for anything. I can go for a Crunch and take this thing out. He's locked in. I don't think he can switch out because he went for Solar Beam. So his Charizard Y is going to go down. I'm actually really happy with that play. I take some pride in that. I'm just going to go for Crunch. Not going to risk the Stone Miss. Okay, he's faster. Of course he's faster. Oh my gosh, I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. I'm such an idiot. But I'm not going to die because it's not stab. So that's fantastic. So it still paid off. I'm still an idiot because I wasn't thinking about speed right there. But it is what it is. I took a little more damage, but I'm going to take poison damage here. But Tyranitar has pretty much outlived its usefulness because I got rid of that Charizard. I don't got to worry about the Sun anymore. My Blastoise can come in and go for some stab water moves. So that's a good time. Out comes Azumarill, who's going to go for the Aqua Jet most likely, but I'm hoping that he doesn't go for the Aqua Jet because he's going to predict the Blastoise, so I'm going to go for Stone Edge. He doesn't go... Oh, but he avoids it! Oh, Stone Miss! I hate you, Stone Miss, so much. I really hate Stone Miss. I really do. Oh, man. It would have been nice to get some damage off on that thing. It really would have. He did go for Play Rough. So the only thing I can really do... I'm trying to think. My best play. My best play is to go into Breloom and just Spore something. Let me see who's... No, but Scrafty is... No, Scrafty's dead now, so nothing has a status ailment. Then that's what's useful. You guys want to remember. Up in the top right, you'll see their Pokeballs. If you don't see any status ailments, that's really what you should do before every turn. Let's take a look at that. I could go for a Bullet Seed, hoping that he stays in and just take this thing out. Actually, a Bullet Seed might be my best play no matter what, except for against Flygon. So let's just go for a Spore. Let's put something to sleep. That'll be useful. He's going to withdraw. If he goes into Rotom, I'm going to wish I went for Bullet Seed in the long run. He is going to go into Rotom. Alright, you know what? At least I'll put this thing to sleep. And then I can come in with pretty much anything. I can't really set up with Scrafty, though. I really can't. Oh, yes, the Lumberry. Oh, my gosh. Chesto Berry. I really wish I had gone for Bullet Seed. Oh, man. I was so close to doing it, too. But I just figured, what if he switches into his Flygon? Which wouldn't have mattered because Mamoswine would take it out in one shot. So... I can only go into my my Scrafty Jacob. It's like the only thing I can do right now. And I'm gonna cure my my poison with my Lum Berry, which sucks because he can go for a Will-O-Wisp. So I kind of want to go for a Dragon Dance just to have that, to stay at neutral and still have that speed to outspeed his Azumarill that comes in. But I can't do anything to Azumarill anyway, except for he resists every single one of my moves. Azumarill resists every single one of my moves. So I think I'm just going to go for a Crunch, hoping that he goes for a Volt Switch, just to hopefully get a D-drop on his Azumarill. That's really the only thing I can do. Let's go for a Crunch. It's not going to do much at all, but I do outspeed, that's right, because he was carrying Chesto. He's going to hit his Will-O-Wisp. I honestly was really hoping he'd just miss his Will-O-Wisp. That's what I really wanted to happen there. Sandstorm does subside, so unfortunately I'm not going to have enough damage on him to bring him down just a little bit more. So let's go for another. I could go for a Crunch. I mean, he's probably going to go for a Rest on predicting my Crunch, so I'm going to go for a Dragon Dance. I'm just going to say forget it. He just straight up withdraws. So I go for a Dragon Dance. He goes in the Flygon, which I'm completely fine with because I do carry the Ice Punch. So that is a great time. He was probably going into his Flygon saying, oh, you know what, I can set up on this thing. He's burned. He's not going to be able to do much damage, but I did set up a Dragon Dance, and as long as he's not Choice Scarfed, I'm going to outspeed. And if he was coming into setup, he wouldn't outspeed. So let's go for this Ice Punch and hope that he stays in. Let's hope, hope, hope. Yup, he stays in. I go for the Ice Punch. I hit it. It's got to take this thing out. He's ground flying. Oh, I guess not because of the burn. All right, he lives it. He lives it. And he's going to get hit with Weakness Policy. Oh, my gosh. He goes for the Superpower, so I'm definitely dead on that. I am, without a doubt, destroyed in the face. But his attack is going to fall now, and his defense is going to fall. So, Scrafty, you didn't do what I wanted you to do. But it is what it is, because I can come in with Mamoswine and go for the revenge kill. It looks like I am going to be losing this one. This was a really fun game, though. This was really good. I had a couple of misplays, but it was really fun. I mean, I can't. Once I see a Rotom, I don't know. I'm kind of screwed, honestly. But let's go for the Ice Shard. Even though I doubt he's going to stay in, but I don't want to predict that either. I mean, I would love to predict a Azumarill and go for Toxic, but I'm going to go for Ice Shard, hoping that he stays in. He's taking his time, so he's probably not staying in. Okay, he did stay in. Awesome. Ice Shard should definitely take him out. This is a Life Orb Mamoswine, so that should do plenty of damage. And he's probably, I mean, he has all the whimsy in the world now. I'm Poison. Poison is, one layer of Toxic Spikes is really good just to eat up any berries. That's so good. I love it. I love that so much. I got to try to fit that in somewhere. So in comes his Azumarill. And, I don't know if an Earthquake will take him out. I really don't think it will. There's pretty much no chance. But I'm going to go for it anyway. I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. Because he's not switching into Rotom, that's for sure. Just to get poison damage. Wow, that Earthquake is going to take... It's a critical hit! Oh my gosh, I feel so bad. That critical hit mattered. That had to matter. That had to matter. I mean, I know it's Stab, Max Attack, Adamant, Life Orb, but it still had to matter because Azumarill is bulky. Azumarill is so bulky. And I think that his Rotom, though, his Rotom isn't Scarfed at all. But I can't, the only thing I can go for against his Rotom, I mean, I could Toxic it, but he can rest up anyway. So I think I'm just going to go for an Icicle Crash. I'm just going to go for a straight up Icicle Crash. And try to see how much damage I can do to this thing. I mean, it's going to be resisted, but it's Life Orb max damage, so who knows? Maybe we can get a double crit. We don't get a double crit, but it's not very effective. I lose some Life Orb. He's going to miss his Hydro Pump. Oh my gosh, endgame hacks. Endgame hacks, I'm so sorry, that sucks. That really sucks. I don't want to risk my Icicle Crash missing, so I'm just going to go for an Ice Shard because it should still kill. That's going to be the game. That is a close 2-0, and realistically, it was pretty much because of hacks, because if he would have hit that Hydro Pump, he would have killed me. I would have gone into my Blastoise, and he most likely would have outsped and gone for a Volt Switch. But my Blastoise is specially defensive. I don't know. Either way, that was a very good game. Good game, man. His link will be in the description below, his Twitter link. Hope you guys check him out. If you can, leave a like rating on this video if you didn't already. Leave another comment letting me know who... if your bet played out, let me know if your bet played. Actually, I'll know because I'll read. You don't got to worry about leaving another comment. I read all your comments about who you place bets on. Have yourselves a good day, but above all else, keep it shady.